Oh yeah, I might want to actually switch my scene there so I can actually show off this new camera that I got that Garwar is actually completely jelly of.
I never said I was jealous.
But it's on your wish list, though, and I just went and
Well,
bought one
that's
for
because
myself.
people always complain that they can't see the beard on stream, so... If they want to see the beard on stream, they can go buy me a camera off the wish list.
All right. So, what did you think about that Kel on that last game there, Garwar? That was
I didn't see it. I literally just showed up as the game was ending. So.
He was just an assassin. He just went in, somebody died, and then he tried to get out.
Tried being the operative word.
Yeah, surprisingly, he only had 4 deaths.
Garwar, where are you on this list? There you are.
I don't know. Look
All
for
right.
G's, maybe?
Yeah, no kidding, right?
So Assassin Kel wasn't the password.
No, it wasn't.
That's a heads up, guys. Don't try it.
Blargles, I don't know if anybody bought me the book yet. Hold on. I think it would tell me if somebody did, right?
I would think so.
Blargles wanted someone to buy me the Go the Fuck to Sleep book so that I can do an auto recording of it. Yeah. So that's where the wish list came from. So we'll see.
Well, City figured it out apparently. Oh yeah, and it was Sifu that I would. Oh yeah, it was Sifu that I needed to invite there. Okay, god dang it. There it is, because he said he wanted to spectate. There it is. So yeah, this password is in honor of the 5-form Sakari.
That was a little strange. But,
Looks like we have a GenocidalPuppy and GLCottontail being new to the lobby this time. Garwar, are you going to play or you want to spectate?
If we have enough people in here, then I will move over and spectate.
All right.
Wasn't filling up.
Sifu spot me with Jim.
So did the patch bring anything other than Necropolis Petrus?
Not that
'Cause when I
saw.
When I loaded up, it made me patch again, so that was interesting.
I don't know, man. Maybe they put some other stuff into the game. I mean, it could be like the extra life stuff maybe just got patched in or something. I don't know. They always patch stuff in early.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see. I mean, I don't think they're awarding the extra life stuff until after the event.
Yeah, they've said that publicly. They're not.
Okay. So, but yeah, I mean, they could just patch it in and push it through, and then just flip a switch after the event.
Yep. Because they know they've said publicly they do that all the time. So.
Looks like we're full.
Yep, we most certainly are. Let's hit the balance. So this whole City Dragaen thing that the auto balance is loving to do, I'm not a fan.
Is it always putting them on the same side?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah. It's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to guess. I mean, obviously, there's people with lots of games played, but which one is the right one to switch? That's the hard part.
Yeah, that is. And I think somebody said we were getting Thor bombed, so thank you, Thor. I don't know if
quite possible.
Thor bomb.
Looks like Redbeard came in and dropped a hammer. So
there we go.
Go get them, boys.
All right. Well, we're just gonna start this and just wonder what happens here.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, if it ends up being bad, then we can probably attempt to do a dodgeball. We've tried that once and people dodged.
Well, actually,
enough.
City and I did it before, and people didn't dodge. But
so
it
it's
was
just when I do it, I see how it is, people.
Well, no, but it was kind of a stomp. I lost horribly, as expected.
Which would be about the same if I did it. So
yeah, pretty much here. Oh wow, Dragaen, why are you going try hard on us this time? I mean, seriously. I expect to see a weird build coming out from that.
Just movement speed.
You laugh about that, but Insight Shell does give haste. So
you can get booking pretty quick.
Yeah. I mean, it is no small amount of haste. It's like what, 60 at max rank for Insight Shell? It's a pretty good amount of haste.
Yeah,
Well,
it's hefty.
Well,
especially because like you can just not invest in haste for a while.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's something we haven't seen in forever. The good old Hunter Petrus. I don't know why Petrus has fallen pretty much out of favor, but it's rare that we see Petrus around.
He's just I played him when I play. That tends to be what I do in the jungle. I think I did that on Pyro stream the other night. We did pretty well, but I think that was Pluto carrying us. It's one of those things where it's not that he's bad in the jungle. It's just that people prefer a couple other things right now, and it's really odd. Like, one of the things that some people are really liking now is Freya, and it's like people just didn't like Freya forever, and I never understood that because I always liked Freya.
Yeah.
And now she's come around. It's like her turn in the sun.
Right.
So I don't know.
And
I like the Petrus because he's got just a reusable stun pretty much over and over and over and over again. He's got that % health damage off of his Q that can really chunk people. And his spin early game does a deceptively large amount of damage. I remember people used to jungle him and be like, no, you got to start Q for that % health. And I was always like, no, you start the E for the spin, and level that first. And now that's kind of... People still argue a bit about that, but it's totally worth.
And
it really just comes down to your playstyle, though, because if you want to just go ahead and clear your jungle quicker, it's better to have the spin, his unyielding progress. But if you're going to be ganking a lot more, if you're going to be going in and you want to just burst somebody down, the reprimand is much better.
And I completely disagree because of the fact that the reprimand is % health damage. Early game, you don't have enough health for that to really do any burst. Like, the amount of damage, if you do the math, is more by maxing the E after the stun and getting the spin. Like, the only time you're not getting that is if they blink out of it. And if they blink out of it, you won anyway. You can come back again within 5 minutes and do the full damage on that E. Is it burst? No, but it's still considerably more damage in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I still stand by my statement where if you're trying to go for that burst, the Q is better. But I typically do level up unyielding progress because I like to clear through my jungle. I like to do a little bit more over time because you're also relying on your lanes for the CC too. I mean, yeah, you have your Force Slam.
Well, you got the Force Slam, and at 6 you got the punch, so as long as you can nail it right, you're good.
City, you're cray-cray, boy. What are you doing, man? I know you're trying to defend that, but that's 3 of them. There's 1 of you. Here comes Breno, but yeah, true.
Yeah, he took the Vanquish for that, though, so that's going to hurt him a bit in lane.
Yeah, and he didn't even pick it up.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
If he got the buff, that would have been worth, for sure. And, of course, we are focusing right now on the Necropolis Petra skin, which is clearly the most important thing in this game right now.
Yes, it is. That and Breno's 4.1 Vim per 5 build on Mikella.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
It is his Hala Hala Gadala build.
Oh, my God.
It makes sense for Mikella. She's all about that money.
Exactly.
Gotta make it rain.
She just wants more
it's really low at this power.
He is, but he still has his Vanquish.
Oh. It's very close for him.
Yeah. Chocobos is low in the jungle too, so it's just kind of going back and forth. I gotta say the Necropolis Petra skin is awesome. I hate that I'm broke because I can't buy it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely. I love the mist that just kind of comes out as he's walking around.
Yeah.
It's just
That's cool. I finally got to zoom in on him.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just on him. I'm just gonna follow him.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I'm not running the camera.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'll let you know if he's gonna do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, actually, that's where the camera was the whole time up until the minion spawned. It was all just zoomed in on Petra, so...
Well, that's fitting. That must have been the patch. Focus spectator mode on the Petrus until action happens.
Exactly.
It's hey, we have this new thing. Let's feature it. all game long.
So Spirit Side knows where Petrus is, by the way. They just pinged on him because they've got that deep ward and he's on his blue buff.
Yep, standing right on it too.
Yep.
Brandon's getting really low in this lane though. Like just the Zeri Kensu poke is just so much more potent versus having Flynn in the lane.
Mr. Max 11, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, and I think he's traded off some of his lane stats to get that money. So even if he's kind of pushed back and can't get close, he's just like, I'm still making a little money. But force 4 Vim every 5 seconds, it's not that much.
No, it's basically like, having, half an extra spirit well or something.
Yeah. It's not even that.
Yeah. Uh-oh, Ferris getting kind of low here, but I don't know. I guess all the buttons were hit already. Yeah, comp stuff was on cooldown.
Actually, I guess it is it's a little over half a spirit well every minute. I mean, because you're talking 48 Vim. Well, 40, right around 50 Vim every minute. So it's coming close to almost a full spirit well.
Oh, wow. Okay. Zobster,
Yeah.
thanks for the follow, sir. Or madam.
I don't know if it's worth. I mean, in the end, you're getting maybe an extra item out of it, but that's over a very long game. So
yeah, the only problem I have with it too is that you are basically you've basically come to terms with you're going to lose this lane.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. I'm gonna lose lane, and
You're like, this is now my backup. I am going to lose lane. I will get as much farm as I can, but I will still be getting some extra money to make up the difference.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I guess if with a draft mode, like after you know what you're playing, maybe if no matter what you're gonna lose lane, but you want the late game,
But
potentially.
here's the great irony about that. Yeah, you take that to get you to late game faster, but if it actually gets late game, you're still at a disadvantage because you could have had stats instead of all this money that you're getting that you can't do anything else with.
The amount of stats that you're getting, unless you're building a percent-based loadout, the amount of stats you're getting out of your loadout aren't much by the end of the game anyway. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I mean, there is that argument. You are losing a little bit of stats, so your loadout is your free item at the beginning of the game, so what do you want to get out of it? Oh, and Petrus going a little ham here. He does not have vision of Basco, and unbeknownst to him, Basco is at the pigs and could collapse with his team.
Yeah, there's going to be 3 people collapsing on him. Here comes Flynn, here comes Michaela, and Basco sees it too. There's the pings, and he looks like he's in trouble.
And he runs right into Basco.
Yeah, and then City will just lock him up with a throwing heroics, maybe.
And he's gone.
No, it's just an auto
that's first
attack.
blood. And now we see a dead Petrus.
Yep.
That's where my
As
camera
fitting.
is, sitting on a dead Petrus.
Well, he had a dead arm anyway, so now he's just, the rest of him's dead now, too.
Well,
I think the real question though is where the arrow came from that's in Petrus's body.
Yeah, this is the problem. Lately, they've been kind of lacking in the lore front when it comes to skins. Every time they released a skin before, they used to have a story with it. And lately, there hasn't been any. And by lately, I mean like the last 4 or 5 skins. And I know the first one that came out, Wasteland Dandelion said, well, we're working on a lot of lore stuff, and I haven't had the time to do the skin ones. But it's like, it's been a while now. Like,
Yeah,
they
it
got
has.
really behind that there's no stories. So they have to be working on some major lore stuff, because I think it's not just Dandelion anymore. I think they hired another person, too.
I believe they said that publicly, yes.
Yeah, so they've got 2 lore people now, and yet we still don't have any skins. So there better be something major coming out of the lore soon, because
Yeah, no
and not
kidding.
just that the Chronicles started back up. Because
I mean, we did have that hiatus on them, which I was upset at, but like I understand.
well, they had
I
to
really-
pause it, I think, so that it all timed up with the tournament. You know?
Yeah, no, I totally understand the timing on it. I just am still upset that we have to wait. It's only like once every 3 days. Like I would love to see
once
it
every other day.
I want it once every
Monday,
day.
Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
Yeah, that's not
I
going
know
to
it's
happen.
a lot. I
I
know.
follow a couple web comics that attempt to do daily stuff, and even they don't get it all the time, and this is their full-time job.
And,
Nice, just deletion by Petrus. He's
Yep.
getting his payback.
Yeah, no
City
kidding.
trying to get a kill on Kinsu under the tower, and Kinsu tried to turn around and get back in that. That was not smart, but he
No.
got away with it.
And
I think
yeah,
it's interesting to point out that sorry, Petrus went with the double might.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
That's.
What?
I think that's that new strife buff.
Oh,
People
yeah,
want
for
that.
sure.
People want all that power, and then he's doing that decay Petrus, which I'm not a huge fan of, but people like. So, yeah, definitely a damage over time Petrus. I like the damage up front Petrus.
I like the damage up front Petrus too. I like that a whole lot more. I go a little bit bruisery. I would have liked to seen a strife come out instead of the double might, and just like start building stacks on that. Because
Well, I think the key was I don't know if I wasn't actually paying attention. He may have bought them both at once.
true. He
Let me
probably
look.
did. Let's look at the stacks.
Yeah,
Yes, he did.
they are. So, he wanted them. He didn't want to wait and like lose those or buy it right away and lose those stacks on might. Getting those stacks early, those are all your free stacks that you don't get any of the fall off for. So you want to buy the might and you want to stack it up before you finish the strife. That is super important. But again, yeah, I agree. I think I would have liked to have seen him put that other money into something else just in the meantime and not get two of them.
That means he's playing super greedy, Petrus. He will be farming the jungle like a boss. Hey, you play like
Yeah.
that, right?
And my problem is there's two 80 carries and a Ferris. Each of the 80 carries could get a ruin. The Ferris already has one built in, so
Pretty much.
it's an interesting strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it works out for him.
Yeah. Well, not to mention you got a Flynn there to shred the armor. That just makes the ruin hurt even more. And there's Breno. Looks like he's in a bit of trouble. There's the slows coming down, but okay, only half health, so he's fine.
an interesting pick up on CampbellZOo, the Kentsu. He actually first built Pain to kind of deal with Breno's in lane sustain.
Yeah, well, and then there's a Basco there too, because that shield is just really good too. And oh, the final chapter goes a little bit to the left there. They'll pick up Cottontail and lock up Sintackz. Yep.
Mortal side wants to be in.
Nope.
Sintackz goes down too.
Uh-oh, there's a good chain down on the city, but the
Ooh,
Uprising
that
comes back on
Uprising.
top of him. Ooh, and Basco's going to be able to get out okay. Meanwhile, while that's happening, Mortal Team is pushing into the bottom lane a little bit, so 2-0 for Spirit.
We do see Cottontail. He finished his strife already because he had already stacked up. Oh, actually, he hadn't stacked it up yet. He just bought the strife. Why? Now I'm even more confused. Like, go the decay first. The decay doesn't have to be stacked.
Right, yeah, you can just stack that as you go.
That's interesting.
He might not
It
know
looks
about
like
that.
Dragaen went strife as well. He's already finished it. He's stacking that thing up.
Yeah, he said he
Right
would
now
do
has
that in
his
Chamber
ambition.
Select. Yeah.
And
He is-
City has a rebirth.
Yeah, Dragaen is just has the most farm, is like utilizing that just the most. He's gonna get super fat with that strife.
And here's the interesting thing about having a strife on your team. Like, if somebody on your team has a strife, you almost don't want to capture wells. You want to
Right.
leave that well to let them go every couple of minutes and stack up their strife. Because it's an outrageous amount of farm that you just can't get anywhere else.
Right. Yeah, it's like, what, 16 workers at the well, or 18?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be 16.
Yeah.
Let me double check those numbers. No, actually, it's 15.
15, okay.
15. Wait, hold on. No, did they change it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 18. God.
Yeah, I was right the first time. Okay,
It's
there we go.
18. Yeah, they've adjusted the numbers a couple times, but so it's 18 now.
Dustgraven21, thank you for following.
Sometimes it sucks having played this game since the very first day.
Yeah, then it's
Right?
like, you know, right.
Wait, what is it again? Hold on, let me get my head into
Random.
the right date frame here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Desecrator's W has that the silence on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
We'll level that up to get a silence. Yeah.
You can just
Wait.
stack Dibs Q, right?
Yeah.
Veracity,
And I can farm as a Dibs Gladiator because other people pop my Q, right?
yeah. Veracity still has mastery, am I right?
Oh, that ult! That was great.
so beautiful.
It just gets punched into the wall. I mean, there was no expecting that to happen. It's like all of a sudden Void Breaker and then a Petrus punch to the face, all
Just
over
like-
with. As Sintackz is practicing for best King of Mass World this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. AoE rules, thank you for following.
We need to get more people signed up for that. Last I checked, we did not have a lot of people. I think King of Mass might scare some people because it is
Yeah.
a bit of a high skill cap
Yeah,
Shaper.
he is. Well, I mean, he's had some adjustments recently to make him easier to play, just because his flourish is able to fire off. What was it? Captivate that can be done on the move now, basically.
We got about 13 people signed up so far. We could use a couple more. So if you are listening and you want to play in a 1v1 tournament, King of Mass on King of Mass to determine who is the best King of Mass world, then you should go sign up at theShapersGuild.com.
Let me sign up.
Yeah, you said that last time, and you still have it.
I have work stuff, and then I do this. It's great. I will be playing though. I'm gonna, you know what? If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna just go sign up right now.
Yeah, go for it, man. You just go to theShapersGuild.com. The sign-up link is right there on the front page. You can't miss it. Right there.
Just put it in chat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did have some new things. We've updated the site for. We have our anniversary coming, so I did some fun little visual things with the site, and we were adding a lot more features. So one of the nice things is these nice big buttons that let people sign up for stuff right on the front page. So.
ComXCom best fanfic. Oh, don't even go there, man. You know.
That's an anime already.
The way he talks to himself and just kind of is a little crazy. You know, I think you could do a ComXCom fanfic, and it would just be him in his own head.
Well, and then of course tentacles.
He's the guy from the Silence of the Lambs looking in the mirror, going, "I do me." Yeah, that's.
So basically, we have Renzo and Com in that category.
Well,
right
yeah,
now.
but I mean, Renzo, who can blame him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Void Breaker! Oh my God! The final chapter goes back across the entire team. Kind of a chaotic team fight, but this Petra's come back with a great Meridian education. Gets rid of.
It's funny
Oh
because he
man!
pushed him into the wall, so he gets the double damage, but the decay is what actually finished him off.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, jeez, that fight. It just came out of nowhere. First of all, the Varian went in and dropped his Chaos Shell early, but the Void Breaker over that little mini
Oh my
wall
God.
just totally disrupted the entire dive. And they were back on their back foot instead of aggressing. So,
Right.
good job by the Mortal side to turn that around, because they were the ones that were about to get jumped on. Instead, Spirit lost 2.
Yeah, that might have been an annihilation without that Void Breaker. Man, that would have. Whew. But looks like everybody's back up already there. Flynn is going to land on the Sintackz. Not much else happening there. Breno getting really, really low. As is Dragaen. But you know what? This late game, I'm scared for the Mortal team. I mean, they probably want to get to the point where they want to finish this here pretty quick. Because you got Flynn, you got Varian, you got McKella. That's a lot of physical damage coming out between those three.
Even if you build armor, Flynn is going to shred that.
You're punished.
He has the biggest armor shred in the game.
And it heals him too. So it's like, yeah, what are you going to do?
And the interesting thing about the current state of itemization is you can pretty much just build like mastery and no defense pin and just chew right through somebody that has armor anyway. So there are a lot of ways around people building armor as long as you itemize correctly. We have some weird itemization paths, obviously, with this strife, so I don't expect to see that kind of build coming out of anybody.
Oh, Duress, you're going to pick up City.
The Duress stream is still alive, folks.
Yep, sure is.
It's still a very solid item. It's just not as good for stacking it on every single team member.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. The Reddit's getting pretty salty about the Duress lately.
Well, it's an unfun. It's unfun. That's
Yeah,
what
I
people
agree.
have a problem with, and it was left for so long that by the time it was changed, I think people expected more. Cottontail just walking right into a bunch of shells from Varian.
Yeah, I don't know,
Goes
man.
down, but Rex loses his life trying to help.
It's like, I'm helping, I'm dead.
I'm dead, yeah. It's like, look, Dragaen can pretty much handle himself. If he gets himself in that position, just let it happen. Doomscore, though, talking about hoping that crafting currency comes with ranked.
I don't know, man.
I can honestly say I've not heard anything about crafting currency. Which is saying a lot, right?
All I get is that soon TM response.
Not to be confused with the team.
Yeah, not to be
even
confused.
soon. It's not even soon TM. Like I haven't
It's
even
just
heard
like
crafting currency soon TM. They're like, yeah, that's something that we want to bring into the game. And when they tell you that, that means they don't have a working plan for it. So Oh, yeah. When it's soon TM, it's being tested.
Exactly. Ooh,
All right, they
preliminary
rotate through by
blink.
the Jack Skellington pit.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Oh, all the blinks coming out, and wow, that blink's just not
Veknus
going to matter.
is still
Veknus is down anyway.
trouble. No,
Maybe
no.
not. Here comes Petrus. There's a Meridian Education to get the split. Thrilling Heroic's going to land on a Cottontail anyway, but what's going to happen now? There's the Duress going down on the City, but he doesn't care too much. Well, he does now, because now he goes down. Wow. Cottontail goes down in the process there. Blitz comes down from Kensu, and Kensu looks...
RexxDraconem went a little too deep, and I think he realized that at the last second.
Yep. Oh, there's the movement speed buff coming out of the Voidbreaker, trying to chase down Dragaen. Chaos Shell goes down, is going to do all kinds of damage to everybody, do to everything. Wow.
And he kill shots into a wave. Like, no. Like, you got to move around the wave and then kill shots so that it gets the slow off. Instead, he slowed the entire wave. That doesn't do you any good.
And they're still trying to chase Dragaen. They don't know where he is.
And
They'll just take Breno
potentially
instead.
gonna pick up a kill. Nope, doesn't.
No.
He switched his targets. He was auto-attacking Campbell's, and for whatever reason, after that...
This is like a double kill for Varian
Oh
waiting
my
to
god,
happen.
he gets a kill anyway. Dragaen's like, don't mind
I'm
me.
out of here. There's the tailwind. There he gets locked up in. That should be the end of... Yep.
So close. But yeah, after he got caught up in that route from the King of Masks, it was like his targeting got screwed up because all of a sudden he was targeting somebody else.
Oh, you know what, Mikkel? There it is. Yeah, they stacked on him so they couldn't click on it. He couldn't click on his preferred target.
That was horrible.
Yeah, that's one way to screw up an attack move. Just stack on top of people.
Just do that, and then duress.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think my old war guild leader called that damage spreading. Make it hard to target. Make it hard to target the person you don't want to die.
Well, that is the downside of using attack move. If he had just right-clicked on his target and then had that been it, he would have been fine, right?
Yep.
Like at that point, he just needed to auto-attack him a couple more times. He didn't need to attack move, so... It's kind of like being able to switch between the two on the fly. A little rough. Puppy tries to toss down a little sight, but they've already backed out, so they're kind of looking to pick up some farm across the board here.
Speaking of farm, can we actually look at items now?
Oh, what?
Zalgus is actually doing pretty well. He's got a Destruction and a Divinity on the mortal side. We see the Kensu with a Pain and an Ambition. He's working on some other stuff. He's got a Clarity and an Abolition.
Well, that's a fate for sure for the pain.
The Cottontail on Petrus. He's got his Strife at about 261 health, 25 power. He's got a Decay, a Desire, and a Discipline. And there's a fight over here. And
not quite enough.
75 health there. We see the King of Masks with the Duress and a Potency, so he wants that pop. He's also got a Growth, so he can get harassed down. Veknus has not shopped.
What?
On Zeri.
He's sitting at 7,800 Vim.
Yeah, I don't think he's shopping all game.
No, I just...
Trying to prove a point.
He's going for the no item run of Dawngate.
Dragaen on Varian has 384 health and 37 power on his Strife. He's got an Ambition, a Force, a Time of Power, and a Will. City on the Buttersworth has a Rebirth, a Resolve, and a Will. The Ferris is sitting on an Aggression, a Balance, a Power, and a Clarity. As you can see, the Spirit side just way behind in items in general. We've got ChocobosX on the Basco with nothing. Well, he's got a
Duress. And 2
not
motions.
sure that's necessary on a Basco. He's got a time and 2 motions. And then Breno on that Vim Mikella.
Oh my god, this is the Michael Mikella.
Has an Ambition, a Decay, a Command, and a Time. So yeah, that's the Michael Mikella. Our buddy Michael.
Keep in mind he also has Exceed.
Oh my god, he does have Exceed.
Hey, that helps that all that damage go down even more, right?
Exactly, right?
So when you hit Command, you hit Exceed, then you hit an ability, and the Command just goes way up, right?
Right.
Don't do this at home, kids.
Yeah, please don't. In fact, I always have to start every stream with, there's a reason that the title says experiment in it.
Yeah.
That is your clue that anything you see in this game should be construed as advice. Maybe I should make that more clear in the title next time. It's kind of like, do not try this at home. Oh, there's the Void Breaker just to try to initiate. Blitz goes down. City looks like he doesn't care, though. I mean, come on. He just pops the overrun, and it's like, whatever, bro. I don't care. And nothing happens.
Yeah, I have to say, if he was trying to be a little more serious with the Mikella, I'm a fan of Judgment on her now.
Oh, yeah.
Because now with her new passive, that Compound Interest and the ultimate with a Judgment, it ramps up the damage quite a bit. Because you just shred through the armor, and it just applies more and more damage as it lands.
I love their Dragaen dodging the chain, but eating the Great Rift anyway. That was...
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah.
It kept the Great Rift from spreading to his teammates.
Yep. But he was just trying to give him false hope. It's like, yeah, you can land some skill shots. It's okay.
We actually have an interesting interaction for Zalgus Chains coming in next week's Spell Spotlight, or Studying the Spellbook. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. Right,
It's
right.
been so long since Dante's done one of these. College OP.
Yeah, and moving and having to get a job for the wife and all that. Then, oh, so close!
Yeah. So, but Dante returns with Studying the Spellbook next week. It is our anniversary next week on the 30th. That will be 1 year hype. So we'll have a lot of content to drop.
Yep. I'm supposed to have an article, but Garwar says it's shit, so I have to make it not
keep
shit.
telling him he has to work on it.
I remember when you guys first launched the website. That was exciting. You guys are like, oh look, Shaper's Guild hype.
Yeah.
Just gave us a teaser. I was
We had our own
stoked.
lore. Yeah, we had our own lore. We still do.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I'd like to have done is some more lore pieces. Now that the one thing I was waiting for was them to start the timeline up again, but they've only just barely started, so I've got to see what I can do with that. But
Oh, hello, Posey. How you doing, man?
what's going on, Posey?
Still rocking that overlay you made for us here, so if you guys are wondering where this overlay came from, I think Posey did most of the work on that.
Yep. I put the cool little Shapers Guild logo on the box on the right, but that's about it.
Ah, that would have been such a dope Void Breaker
Oh,
had that
Rex.
landed, but Rex is going to go ahead and go down anyway, but Campbell, you're in the middle of 3 people, bro.
In the middle of 3 people, withered. Good luck.
Yeah.
4v1, and then it's a 1-for-1.
I would say worth if you got a second kill, but yeah.
It's not, though, because the Spirit Side's behind. It
Yeah.
was more worth for them.
Mm-hmm.
Mikella
since
added a Supremacy.
What is
Okay, the ambition.
what is this game? What is this game? I
Hey,
don't understand, man.
It's a big power stick. We do have the Fate and the Ruin on Kensu, though, which is
Oh,
probably why I
God.
thought he was a little stronger than he was. Cottontail went Passion. That excites me. And Equilibrium on the Petrus.
Thank you.
Passion can come kind of back into favor now with the changes to Ambition. I always really liked it on Petrus, but Ambition was just kind of
It
stronger
was
for a
too
while
good.
because it was so inexpensive. But Passion actually has more armor. And because you're all about rotating those abilities on Petrus, you can get really low, hit one jungle camp, and be like completely full again. It's fabulous. And of course, Equilibrium is just amazing on him because it just
I
spreads
love
that
the fact that
stuff
he got the Equilibrium like over the Subjugation, just because like there's the 2 80s there, and then
Oh, yeah.
also Ferris is not even, he doesn't have too many items built.
No.
Like he's still sitting on that aggression, that balance, and then he got a duress.
I mean, he got
And an extra
Duress
power.
first item. Like, what is that? That's a support Ferris. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not even a damage Ferris. So yeah.
Like he's just not going to be doing as much damage as anything else in this game.
But still, he does have the % health damage on his auto attack, so he's still... Uh-oh, Petrus. What are you thinking about here? Oh, Dragaen has found you, sir. You're going to go ahead and jump on him, but that's 3 people there.
Oh,
The Blitz
uprising
comes
miss.
out. Oh, and the good chains there to go ahead and dissuade the chase. And, yeah, Prismatic Vortex reveals that Zeri is there, and they said, it's like, oh, wait, it's not just a Petrus here anymore. Let's get the heck out of here.
Have we talked about how cool the Necropolis Petrus skin is?
I don't think so. I think we need to talk about it.
I think we need to talk more about it.
Yeah.
What's
It's really cool, guys.
What's really cool too is like there's like bit of his robe is kind of like torn out, and you can see like the bones like on his rib cage.
That's crazy.
Oh, wow, look at that damage coming out. Good none. That's Zalgus, though. Wow.
That was a spirit shaper.
Them chains, man. Them chains.
That's how powerful just getting a destruction and a divinity. Chocobo getting caught out with that duress.
A spirit binding
Auto attack,
like
confirmed skill shot.
It's sad when in this game you don't even have to. I mean, you can confirm your attacks with, not even have to work for it. I mean,
that burst on City.
I think that's one problem with Duress. The free confirms. You don't even have to push a button for it. I mean,
I think that's definitely the biggest complaint the community has is like there's just that. It makes it so Zalgus's whole combo doesn't really require any more skill. It's not a skill shot anymore.
Yeah.
It's basically a targeted
And
ability.
it completely counters the idea of melee supports being viable in lane. Even melee, like, just carries being viable, because if you just get a duress, and now what are they going to do?
right.
Nothing.
Mhm.
They can never close the distance to you in lane while during the farming phase. Like, it's just over with.
Right. Because here's the
No.
thing, the Duress disables the dashes, so even somebody like a Freya or a Kendra or, a Viridian, you get Duress, you can't hit your buttons. They don't work.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I'm not a huge fan of the way that works, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. They like the gameplay of it, else they would have
also
changed
wanna-
it now, right?
Zeri?
Breno's like, can I ult
10K
someone,
Vim
please?
hype?
Breno just wants to see how much his ult will do.
I think, didn't we try this build in a custom One Scar War? No, we had a Divinity on it too, though, so not quite the same.
Something similar. It's really not a lot of damage.
No, it wasn't even 600 damage on Cottontail with the
You're
Exceed
kind of
pop.
thinking, is the decay going to do work? No.
No.
No. I mean, it was before you want that. You want like the divinity to give the spells more burst, right?
Mhm.
You really want that kind of mastery type thing, and then hope that you're getting some spell overload, and it just it doesn't work very well. Like I said, now with the way compound interest applies, it's so fun to say that.
Oh, yeah.
Now with the way compound interest applies, what are you talking banking? No, I'm talking Mikella.
Talking video games.
Again, not with a judgment, and then you just stack a lot of power. Like, I think the only thing wrong with her builder... Oh, that uprising went nowhere! That was
Nope.
like a...
And there's that rebirth, but nothing.
That kill. We're doing really well.
Puppy's in from behind, he needs to move.
Yeah, and I think that's it.
But if you just want to build, like, a ton of power, I like the build. I just think the decay needs to be swapped out with the judgment.
Oh, for sure.
They've even got an energy in there. I mean, obviously, I'm thinking they're going to want resonance and not potency, right?
I mean, this is a Shapers Guild custom game, so...
Oh, Rex gets deleted.
Oh,
he deleted someone's
Petrus.
worth.
See this Petrus doing all this work here, they're forcing the blitz out of Dragaen. Now his Dispel is down now too, so we gotta watch that.
See, that's what I like about Petrus, is Petrus will pull out all the defensive stuff just by coming near you.
See, look at that damage, just a chain on top of a stun. And there goes most of Mikella's health. He gotta get, like, yeah, forget it, I'm out of here, guys.
Cottontail, though, is getting a lot of healing just by spinning and punching because of that passion.
Well, that and the Zeri ult helped out with that too. And, hey, Veknus, bro, like, seriously, you got 10K.
10.6.
He's getting closer to 11K hype. But I also want to take a note to look at Chocobo's feet. He's got 4 feet.
4
He's got
feet,
lots
huh?
of feet. He's got lots of feet. Those motions coming right out of.
Oh my
there.
God.
I'm going to just go ahead and let everybody know that that W not passing a whole lot of stats to anybody on Zeri right now. W needs a buff, guys. This is the first time I've ever agreed that a level 20 W needs a buff.
Hey, it's 6 power, guys.
6 power, man.
And 0.4 armor and MR.
I mean, come on. It totally lets somebody eat your face, right?
You could
That's
totally
interesting.
eat your
So
face.
it's coming off.
Coming off the loadout is where the armor and MR's coming.
Yeah.
1.6 armor, 1.6 magic resist.
And then the power's just coming off of
The Muse itself.
Muse itself. That's interesting. So there you go. Late game Zeri is going to give herself, going to give just 6 and 0.4 to those stats just based off being leveled up. You really do need some items in there. I would think if you weren't going to go items at all, you would then just sell the life, right? Just to
Yeah,
see what
exactly.
value can come to 11K now. Zeri Watch 2014. We're at 11K.
How long before she... Now, what's the record on the stream? I think that is actually the record on the stream right now.
We've
11K.
never had somebody not buy items, so I don't know. This is going to be like a new thing, and it's going to kill me. Because the scary thing is their team's winning.
Yes. And this may actually validate the no item strategy for somebody when it really
I think
should.
The best part is Petrus just realized it.
The mortal team.
Just bringing it up.
You have a life.
No rage. No rage. Just, hey, you only have a life. Yeah, I know.
Goodbye,
Bringing
Rex.
it up. There's some damage out of the mechanic.
Wow, that was a potency on it,
Yeah,
too.
I was gonna say it. Like they bought the potency. Okay, I will say this: potency, uber strong right now.
Yeah.
If you want to buy an item that and your kit kind of is built around that single target poke, potency is amazing because they made it that switch to 5% of the max health.
Yeah.
It's like a must buy for any kind of a harassing mage type. Obviously, it works with physical damage too, as you just saw, but not necessarily what I would
Oh
agree-
my god,
Chocobo's
those
almost getting deleted.
chains! Not almost. Oh, man.
Well, he lost
so
almost
much
all of his health.
yeah.
So almost went down to 200 there.
So much move speed coming out of Chocobo though. 562.
Yeah. So I when we were testing out the next studying the spellbook, Dante and I got into a solo game, and he was a Viana and I was a Renzo.
Oh, goodbye,
Deleted
Sintackz.
there. That uprising landed.
Expect Shaper soon.
Can we get another one? No, they don't
Nah.
have any vision on anybody.
So is anybody going to get a parasite off of this? Maybe? Possibly?
So I went power Renzo versus Viana
Oh,
and
God.
got that potency. Oh, first he got it first, and it really was chunking the hell out of me. But once I picked it up, it was all over with. Renzo, every one of his abilities his Q and his E. So his main harassing abilities will both fire that potency off. It's wonderful.
Oh, and there it is,
that
the stasis.
keeping Campbell alive.
And he may get out of it after the stasis. Nope.
Dragaen showed up. Oh, Puppy's not getting out of that either.
Nope, sure not.
Zeri will be damned. Oh,
Oh,
my
wait
God.
a minute. He might just get out of it.
Those
There's the blitz, and
chains-
Flynn
no,
gets
he's still
him.
dead, but those
Yeah.
chains almost took out Chocobos.
Oh, man.
Another one falls to that spirit Shaper.
Yeah. Flynn doing some work there, and there annihilation on mortal, and there's Dragaen just going for the.
Fun fact: potency procs off the E. That's the waltz. It makes sense.
Yep, sure does.
It's not an AOE damage. I mean, it does hit multiple targets, but it hits.
It's
hits them
multiple
with
single
a single. Yeah, it hits single targets. So that's interesting. I'm still not saying go buy it. I think resonance is probably still stronger. But
But you know what? That's even crazier, because I know we always say never use waltz aggressively. That's 3 instances of damage for the passive now, though.
I don't know if it procs on all 3 or just on one of them, though. We need to follow her around and see.
Yeah, we do. Well, it says.
I'm on it.
I will put my camera on her. Don't worry.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Zeri shopped. Zeri shopped, everybody.
Oh my God, really?
2014. Zeri got a dominance, a justice, and a potency.
Dominance?
Zeri had
Yeah,
auto
dominance
attacks
You know those auto attacks, man.
and aggression.
and aggression. Right. So I have my camera on Breno. I'll pay attention and see if when she waltzes if she gets a triple potency proc. But I'm thinking it might pick one.
It might just pick the first target and then set the cooldown off.
Oh, no.
That's-
I wasn't talking about potency. I was talking about compound interest.
Oh yeah,
3 hits from
that
waltz.
that should hit. If they all hit the same target, it should might. That's interesting. Let's watch.
Yeah, it won't fire 3 potencies. There's an incredible cooldown on potencies, so that
Yeah.
won't happen. So
Well, but which is it just going to proc off the very first one it hits?
I don't know.
It will proc off the first one that it hits.
Mhm.
The other ones just will not
She's only
proc
a range to
potency.
hit one there. I will keep my eye on it. Zeri jungling on the money pigs accidentally resets them. Finish them off. Oh, you don't want to play-by-play of the money pigs fight over here?
Oh no, we just get the play-by-play of Chocobo getting deleted there, and then the Chaos Shell actually doing some work, may actually pick up Kenzie, but they're able to split quick enough. Here comes Thrilling Heroics down, and oh god, there's the Tailwind, and Dragaen's gonna get jumped on. Final chapter comes across, Sintackz Rebirth goes off, oh my god.
Really well.
This Rebirth on Com is so throwing me off. You just never see Rebirth on Com. Hey, is they gonna get City? Well, there's his Rebirth.
If you're
Goodbye.
playing that dodge in and get the hell out game, then it kind of makes sense because you'll get chunked and then you need to heal back up.
Oh,
but-
hi, Ferris.
Oh, look at all that damage you're doing.
Okay.
Well, I just conferred with my roommates, Crisis and Von Silvermoon. The Waltz does hit the three procs of her passive.
Decay got the kill on the Sintackz. Oh god.
That is the one good thing about the decay, is it ticks off there. I make that joke occasionally about how, you know, if Michaela had got decay, they would have got that kill.
And well, yeah.
King Tanner in chat saying he stayed in a custom game as Mara for 2 days. 999,909 acorns is the max. Puts you at 22,546 health. That's dedication.
No kidding, huh?
I'm gonna call it dedication. It's actually crazy.
So then you buy a glory and a rampancy and what?
Oh, Petra's coming in on Michaela.
I don't know, man. There's the blink coming out. I don't know if Petrus can catch her. There's the blitz coming out. Oh, but here's the problem. Dragaen comes in.
That's not cool. Oh!
Oh my god. Petrus fisting Michaela. What? Come on, guys. Let's keep it clean around here. There's no need for stuff like that.
I actually think, yeah, Petrus can definitely catch Michaela. The Waltz doesn't come off cooldown quick enough to keep continuing to get away. Petrus actually gets his cooldowns back quicker, so...
Oh, yeah. Well, looks like that aggression's finished into a destruction on Zeri right now.
Nice. She's gonna do all of those auto attacks really hard.
Now, it's still not the, 200 power that we saw the percent power Zeri giving to Fenmore that one game, but oh my god. Oh! My gosh. Like, what do you say about that? Final chapter comes in and deletes somebody. It's like, I mean, that's pretty obvious. There's no need to say anything about that one, right?
Oh,
wait,
Blink is going aggressive with that auto attack build.
There's the slow.
Work on Benno.
Interrupted the final payment with the desaturate, too.
Yeah, he's got a destruction. So potency, justice, dominance, and destruction on Zeri. A new meaning to carry Zeri right here.
Yeah, I'm going to question the dominance. Not so sure about that.
50% crit chance. That also gives you a 25% ability overload. And that's before the justice bumps that up by 20%. So, you're seeing 60% mastery, 30% spell overload.
Yeah.
It's pretty...
But it's just for how expensive it is. You could have
the W now gives 47 power.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, totally missed that final chapter.
What is that?
That wasn't even aligned with the chains.
No,
I don't know what was going on there. Puppy, please.
Puppy, you alright, man? That was a... Yeah, we're not even going to say that. Warning shot. Sure, buddy. Warning shot.
Beautiful.
I said cross or no, it's not up it. Wait.
Oh my god. Uh-oh. City gets jumped on him.
City and it did no damage.
Yeah.
City's just
timely
avoided
blitz.
everything.
And Campbell's just got destroyed because of that chase.
I like the faith coming out from City there. That definitely helps against the Zalgas. I like it even more against... Oh, Chocobos. Goodbye.
Well,
but here comes Dragaen. Look at that damage. And Dragaen, here comes the Dispel. Turn around and do some more auto attacks. Maybe he can get the Petrus.
Fucking Cottontail out. He just picks it up, but
goes down
Puppy
himself.
actually takes Dragaen out. City's still just tanking up all the damage. This build, for those who want to know, Rebirth, Resolve, Stability, Faith, Resilience, and a Will.
Oh my god, did you see that damage from the final payment? Holy crap.
Puppy Stasis both to avoid some of the damage, but also to avoid the decay. I can't believe I just said that. Yeah. Decay. They've got a judgment on that now, which is why. See, I told you. You just need the judgment in there, and the damage goes through the roof.
People in game saying rip stream. No, stream's still up, gang. Yeah, my OBS says we're still going, so...
I got it up in another window. It looks fine.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, but don't do this to me. But then again, I guess they're following, because I had to give Zizix kind of like the how the Dawn-Gate casting works. The players troll the casters troll the players, and everybody trolls Waystone.
So the King of Masks here is an interesting kind of support build. I mean, there's some damage. There's destruction and there's a potency.
Equilibrium,
Veknus going to give his life here,
yeah,
trying to slow down the parasite.
Oh, picking up.
Oh, but here comes
Kill.
Kensu. Oh, the kill shot, but the Blink will pick it up.
And he is not going to finish that off, buddy.
No,
He
there's
needs something
Chocobo
to-
right there.
Which lets him rotate the damage. Now he's going to finish it off.
But wait a minute, what about the... No, Chocobos is there
Gets it.
with a Vanquish.
Oh, he got it with the Vanquish.
Yeah, I was gonna say the jungler was still up. Yeah.
That was smart. I didn't know if he had it on cooldown or what, but that was nice.
Yeah.
All right, so again, the King of Masks, he has a duress, right, which we were talking about earlier, but he's added an equilibrium. He's tired of that Michaela and variant action, so...
Of course. Even though Petrus already has one, it's not a bad idea to have two. Oh, and there's the Ottomans coming out from Petrus, too. He's just in an order. He just said, you know what, I've had enough of this double 80 carry
Equilibrium,
crap.
Adamants, and Equilibrium and Adamants together, along with the Wither, which is what he has. Those
Yep.
are the three things to beat that any kind of a haste build. And Dragaen is rocking a lot of haste, just base 172 with his build. He doesn't even have his 34 haste loadout.
No,
going
he's
on.
running 16% power instead.
Yeah.
I think the interesting thing that we didn't catch up on was Petrus is running 5M per 5 seconds as well.
What?
Oh,
What?
nice.
Yeah, he is.
That's Michaela.
Yeah.
So maybe the master learned from the student. In
There you go. Finest hour coming across, and Tabasco should be able to
He
land
also
everything.
beat
Oh my
it.
god! He's gonna give up his life for it, but that's total worth. Oh, that was cool.
That was 100 to 0. That's not even right. That was destruction, divinity, chaos, justice, and potency, smacking Basco in the face. And just to explain, Basco is super squishy. He has 2 fluidities, a duress, and 3 pushes. So there's a reason he got exploded. But damn.
This is why you don't build race car, ladies and gentlemen.
Not
Because,
against
well,
the full damage.
Oh my god. Even that got split and it still did a crap ton of damage. Oh my god.
Loving this.
Sintackz even has like a bunch of armor and it did that much damage.
Oh, Voidbreaker coming across. Gonna get dispelled immediately by Dragaen. And yeah, as soon as that dispel went off, yeah, faces were melting.
Campbell got a little too close there. He definitely should have positioned back a little bit further.
Oh god. Here's why. Michaela added a divinity to that lineup.
Oh my god.
This is the new version of that build that I built when we were testing, trying to make Michaela's ult actually do damage, and yeah. So with this loadout, you're building Michaela for maximum burst on her abilities.
So this is Mage Michaela.
It's Mage Michaela, yes. It's high my ultimate actually hurts now Michaela, which, to be fair, is something people aren't gonna expect.
Yeah, no kidding.
So,
Especially like since over the entire time that like the game's even been out, it's just been negligible. Like you're just like, oh, it's just a Michaela ult. It's just
that's
going
why I
on.
nicknamed it Chump Change. Before
Right?
the last
But now, I mean, you combine this
Now-
final payment with the compound interest, that's 1,200 damage Michaela has right now just with this build. Oh, there's a
That's
command
a
on top of
million.
it.
Dollars coming out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think if you got rid of the decay, I think decay is the only thing that isn't really legit there. I think if you got rid of the decay and you put a destruction in,
Oh yeah.
once she's just got that with that command she just picked up, you'd be doing just a lot. Yeah,
I would
your
like to
first
see a
payment.
wisdom.
The first payment is the only payment on that one at that point.
Right.
I'd like to see a wisdom instead of supremacy too. Like,
Yeah.
just kind of give it get a little bit more. But I do need a number crunch to see if that's.
Hold
worth
on.
it
Where's
or not.
Hands of Evil?
I'm checking it out.
Michaela would get 74 bonus power right now from...
Oh, you mean last item wisdom here with
She
this
gets
command?
68 bonus power actually. So she'd be looking at it. Well, it's actually a little off because that could be where the command is going, and because she already bought the command, it's going to throw the math off a little bit.
Okay.
But because it does, if I'm correct, it does the formula based off the wisdom being something, or the command being something that goes along with a full wisdom, which isn't the case.
Right.
But yeah, if she finishes a wisdom off there,
Uh-oh.
it's going to be a total of about 120 extra.
Petrus jumps in. A good dodge of the Thrilling Heroics will disengage that fight. And Basco.
Chocobo running in and running right out.
It's like, hey, I can get in real fast. I gotta get out of here real fast too. It has to blow a stasis. Oh, the final chapter gets him just as he comes out of the stasis. Oh my god, that was beautiful.
City is a super tank right now. People
No
need to
kidding.
pay attention to this build because it's just ridiculous. But yeah, if that command goes into a wisdom, when she fires off an ability, when she uses an ability, she should be like well over in the 400, 450 power range. That would be a lot. Like you would just then waltz and go straight into a final payment just to get the bonus damage on it. It would
Oh
be
yeah,
ridiculous.
for sure. And goodbye, Cottontail. Yeah, the final protocol might be able to get it, but there's a split there. Oh my gosh, Campbell got it. Still alive somehow. Maybe I overestimated Guy's damage here. Shoot.
Rex does not have any sort of pen other than the aggression. Like he doesn't have he does have the oppression there, but he wasn't anywhere near Cottontail while the final protocol was going off. So he's just lacking on raw damage.
The mortal team killed the gross.
Yeah, he needs a destruction badly.
They do have Striders in the base, so that made Puppy go back. And it is a Wisdom coming out. We are sitting at 300 base power on the McKellar.
And then as soon as something gets hit, well, she doesn't have power buff either. Oh god, she's gonna go get power buff
yeah.
here
Oh
momentarily.
man.
Well, she doesn't get the bow. Actually, I forgot that she's going to lose the bonus because she doesn't have a Justice. That's a judgment. So
Yeah,
she's not going to get the bonus. It's arguable
Dragaen
about
just
which one would have been better. I think maybe sitting on the command might have actually been better.
maybe.
She's picking a destruction. She's got the aggression instead of the decay. That's going to help out quite a bit.
Oh my god, what is with these final chapters from downtown from Puppy? Completely on point, landing
They do
everything.
a lot of damage. Oh, that Void Breaker.
Goodbye, City.
They still can't delete City right away, though. That
Yeah.
build is great.
I want to see the death recap for City right now, because that is probably ridiculous amounts of
He
damage.
finished
that
a
he took.
Hope, and it looks like he's going to build an Empathy to go with it.
It makes
He's got
sense.
a Subjugation, a Faith, a Stability, and a Rebirth finished. So
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be that empathy. It's just he's just gonna become so tanky that nothing ever matters.
Or they have to push all their buttons trying to kill him. That Verity McKellar can just go, "Hey, sup?"
final payment chunks off half of Sintax's health.
That's just ridiculous.
That is now a force to be reckoned with.
Goodbye, Chocobos. Wait a minute. What's the cooldown on this final chapter right now?
One well goes.
He's got a
50 seconds on final chapter.
Oh,
Not
he
even.
just dodges it.
Oh my gosh.
Reno getting chunked right here. Gets out. Just needs to heal. Unfortunately, this is now. Keep in mind that half health on the King of Masks. That was on a King of Masks who has an Equilibrium
Yeah.
and a Devotion, along with a Rebirth. Still took him to half health with the ultimate. That was the only thing that hit him.
Yeah. This guy is pretty tanky.
Oh, missed the Void Breaker, but they pick up Rex anyway. This looks like a win for the Immortal side.
I'm gonna say
And
probably
I'm gonna
so.
say it's because Zeri finally bought items.
Yeah, probably. Thought he was gonna be able to. Oh my god, and he's got a divinity now too. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. And look at City just up there. He's taking all the button presses. He just doesn't care. He's still at 2/3 health, even after eating like full rotations
Well, they
from
forced
King of
him
Mask
back
and
for
Zalgus.
now,
So.
I'm a big fan
Oh! Oh my gosh, City just sidestepped it there, and Mike. Oh my gosh.
No, they were chained, so it didn't even matter.
Oh, they were chained. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That was disgusting.
Well,
That was
yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, you're right. It didn't matter because if it's two are chained together, that does equal damage to both targets. So yeah, it wouldn't have mattered which one got hit.
That's on the Zalgus, so people know that's a Wisdom, a Destruction, a Divinity, a Chaos, a Justice, and a Potency, with 12 defense at pin and 12 armor in the loadout. So it's a lot of damage. That's 670, 681 on the ultimate. If you don't hit something before it, which would up the power.
And the chains themselves are doing what, 385?
Yeah, the Michaela ult is still more impressive. It's over 1,000 damage base. That's just crazy.
Like,
But
also judgment on there too. It's just
Yeah.
ugh.
Any final
And,
assault of the
and the
day.
Divinity. Don't
Yeah.
forget, Divinity will make it spell overload. For
Don't forget that potency passive too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
7.5% ability overload. So you're looking at a 1250, 1300 damage final payment base before the potency hits and before the judgment shreds anything. Yeah. Yeah.
wow.
I think that's going to be the new flavor of the month build for Michaela.
Yeah, no kidding.
At least in our games, right?
Yeah, no kidding, right? I was still curious to see what's going to happen in competitive with Michaela now, just because of the compound interest. I mean, do you think we see a more supportish Michaela building pure burst in absence of a say a mage carry?
I don't know.
still-
I think
still
this
feel
is
like
a good
we're
hybrid
just-
build.
Yeah. I agree
Oh,
with that.
Blink changed the oh, the blitz goes off, but it doesn't matter. It still gets deleted.
He's just, but he just puts out so much damage, especially when you don't have any resistances. Doesn't matter how fast you move in.
I really like that Zalgus build.
Oh, there's the exceed popping off too.
Stasis.
Oh my god, Puppy the god right now. Oh my gosh.
I think he'd have died.
Yeah, he probably would have. Look at Dragaen just, oh my gosh, the chains and the Great Rift alone just do that. There comes a Tailwind chasing down City, and they finally have enough damage to take him down. And
He did have that empathy finally too.
Yeah.
So that tanky Buttersworth build we were seeing there.
oh my gosh, and just
We'll have to
Ed's,
stay on the item screen after this so people can get a look. There
Yeah.
are some interesting items. They definitely, some of them really did work. So
yeah. So yeah, we'll switch over to this here, and yeah, everybody get an eye full of this here, because yeah, interesting stuff coming out.
But yeah, that Judgment Michaela is what I used against Jimberjangers the other day in the Arab to great effect.
Yep. I was stuck in my old ways.
It's very nice. It's very nice.
I don't think that we'll be seeing more of these magey type builds coming from Michaela. I still think that like Judgment is a great item on the carries anyway. I think we're still going to be seeing more of that carry build out of it, but maybe seeing Judgment a little bit earlier in the build.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, just simply
than
because
Fifth or sixth.
you still want to build her as, you know, just like a traditional 80 carry, just simply because gold standard is just so freaking good.
But the interesting thing is, items like Divinity, even though they are more for mages, they still do work on her because
Yeah.
she does actually use her ability rotation to do damage.
And she still gets the crit from the mastery
And
anyway,
she gets
so
the power and 20 mastery, so
yeah.
it's nice. I mean, could there be a better item? Sure. But I think that and the potency, really, those are the two you'd probably swap out. Like, get a Resonance and then do something else with the Divinity. I think a Justice, and you'd see the damage even go through the roof. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
that was fun. That was
Yeah.
fun to watch.
No
All those
kidding.
little-
Well, I mean, when you have no health and you just build, you know, six time items, yeah, you kind of get blown up if you don't dodge.
Yeah, Basco just getting exploded over and over again. But City was so tanky. Like, that build worked so well. If you want just a tanky as hell Flynn for something, that's the build for you.
And also, like, Buttersworth has a really, like, he's just so good at applying subjugation or
yeah.
Oh,
equilibrium.
for sure.
Any kind of debuff effect that's spread just by doing damage as opposed to basic attacks, you want it on Buttersworth.
Oh, I love Judgment on him for that reason.
Oh, it's so good.
But also, oddly enough, like if you can handle it, Pursuit is crazy because basically you're stripping off speed from everyone and you're giving it to yourself. They'll never get out of your AoE beetles ever. Like, it just doesn't happen.
Well,
Like, they have to use a blink or a blitz or something, and otherwise you're just on them.
Would you say that you would get overrun by the swarm?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
For those of you who weren't here at the beginning of the stream, that was kind of a play towards Zizix. He was our StarCraft 2 commentator before coming over to Dawngate, so words chosen especially well there.
Whoop whoop. I played a little bit of that game.
Yeah, I did too, and then I realized I was bad at it.
I got like gold, and I was like, I can't. I'm not actually good at this game. Protoss. Whoop whoop.